Hello and welcome to Ph06 video lessons. Today we are going to be talking about the transport system. More specifically, we are going to be seeing how we get stuff around our body. So we took a look on previous classes that the digestive system is composed by viruses to absorb food, and underneath the epithelium of the vilus, you have a capillary network, basically blood vessels. This stuff here, the idea is to be able to get nutrients into the blood and then carry it around. So basically, transport system will be a way of moving blood around, which is the place where we carry our nutrients and other stuff around. So if you're going to take a look on that, we have to take a look on blood. So before talking about circulation and transport and other stuff, we have to take a look on blood. So today will be a bloody lesson. So blood. If we take a look, the majority of the blood is going to be water. Okay, there's lots of liquid in there. There's liquid outside of the cells that we have there. There's liquids inside of the cells that we have there. Lots of water goes around in our blood. But the main cellular component of our blood are the red blood cells. So these guys over here, they are these tiny little coin-shaped cells that have the function of carrying gases, especially to carry around oxygen. They are called red blood cell, also known as erythrocyte. Erythro means red. So erythrocyte, the red cell, so the red blood cell, RBC. We also have a little bit of white blood cells. They're not white, they're quite transparent as most cells in our blood, in our body, but they are called white blood cells because in contrast with the red blood cells that are actually red because of all the hemoglobin and iron that they have in there, this here they are quite transparent and therefore they are the white blood cells, the non-red blood cells, also known as the WBC or leukocyte. Leuko means white. So those are the two main group of cells. Of course, the white blood cells, we have many different kind of white blood cells, but for the moment, let's put them together as white blood cells. There is another structure that goes around the blood called platelets. They are here. These platelets are cell fragments that we build by breaking down some cells to make these structures that help in the blood clotting. So if you start bleeding, the platelets are going to have a major role in the stop bleeding. And of course, the liquid around all this stuff is called plasma, which is water with everything that goes dissolved into the blood itself. So let's take a look on the blood composition with a little bit more detail. If we separate the parts of the blood, we are going to have a little bit more than half, 55% plasma. So basically that's the liquid. We are going to have about 45% red blood cell. That's a lot of cells, many cells. We have a very big amount of red blood cells. And we also have less than 1% is going to be the rest, the white blood cells and the platelets. So the red blood cell is the main component. It is what makes the blood red. It is red because it has hemoglobin, which is composed by iron, which is in the presence of the oxygen, is rusty or reddish. Okay, so if you put things here together, we are going to see that we have the red blood cells, RBC, erythrocytes. We have the white blood cells, the WBC or leukocytes. Okay, they are going to be phagocytes, lymphocytes. There are many kinds of them. We are going to see more on this on the fence. We are going to be having we are going to have the platelets. They are over here. They are a little bit of the elements of the blood. And then we have the plasma. So plasma, we have many stuff. Electrolytes, salts, ions, sodium, potassium, chloride. We have water, of course, a lot of it, 92%. We have some proteins. For example, antibodies are proteins that go around in the blood. Some hormones are proteins. We also have other kind of hormones, like hormones made of fat, like steroids. We have wastes, like ammonia or urea. We have nutrients, glucose, amino acids and stuff that are absorbed from the intestine. And of course, we have gases going around. Gases get dissolved in the plasma as well as dissolved in the red blood cells. Oxygen mainly goes in the red blood cell and carbon dioxide goes into the plasma. Okay, so let's take a look on one by one. So, nutrients. Where do we transport nutrients from? Where do we transport it to? So, nutrients, they are usually taken from the intestines, and they are taken from the intestines to the liver, and then they are taken for the rest of the body for our body to be using it. Oxygen, of course, we're going to be taking it from our lungs, and we carry it around to all over the body. Okay, carbon dioxide, we take it from all over the body, and we're going to be transporting that to our lungs. Okay, hormones, they are taken from glands, endocrine glands, and they are taken to cells all over the body. Okay, antibodies, they are produced sometimes in the body or in the lymph nodes. They are produced in the B lymphocyte cells, and they are taken to all body tissues through the blood. Urea, it's a byproduct of metabolism produced by cells, so from cells all over the body, and they are taken to the kidneys to be peed out. Okay, heat. Wait. We're not talking about biology anymore. We're not talking about even chemistry anymore. We're talking about heat. So yes, the blood transports all those stuff over here. They are quite important, but it also transports heat. The water is warm, and because of its high specific capacity, it's capable of holding this heat, and we move blood around, moving heat around. One of the main things that danger a person that's bleeding is hypothermia. So if you start bleeding, you start losing heat. So it basically goes from all over to all over. Usually it goes from the core where it's produced, so from your thorax and your head, to your arms, to your legs, to your skin. And then if you're overwarming, you put more blood close to the skin to lose this heat. If you are feeling too cold, you move less blood to the surface to lose less heat. Okay. We also have, of course, blood cells, water platelets, they are also over here. So this here is the composition of the blood, and the blood is going to be important for us to move it around and get things going. Nutrients, gases, waste, antibodies, hormones, everything goes around in our blood. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed, short and sweet and bloody lesson. Now take a look on the quiz, and I'll see you in another class.